All right, we just had some technical difficulties, so I'm going to redo the intro, and by that, we're just going to rifle through the intro. We got a great show for you tonight. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom. Joining me this evening, the anime senpai himself, Michael Desir, the Fortnite father / cyberpunk guy, Todd Gary.
I don't know. It was Cyberpunk. Now you're back to Fortnite. Come on, man.
And the Disney daddy himself, Dominic 40. We got a great show for you tonight. The question I was about to ask Dom before we restarted this intro was, I guess I didn't have to let people know that we restarted. Like it could have just been a hot, quick intro, and I just like, hey, I'm an idiot, and the audio settings were all fucked up. Anyways, is Disney theme parks rumored bringing Simpsons into the theme parks? Is this like a legit, valid thing being talked about?
It's not like a legit thing. It keeps being rumored because of the Fox acquisition.
Okay.
And the timing
I feel like it's like a no-brainer.
The timing of the Universal
makeover.
Oh, are they taking Simpsons out? I didn't know that.
Their contract is like running up, I believe, and like slowly they're like not. I don't know. It feels like slowly they're starting to not support that part of the park.
Okay, where would they put it?
The rumor is that
like what park would they put it in Disney? MGM?
Yeah, probably Hollywood Studios.
Interesting. I don't know how California's set up. I feel like they don't have all of those splits. It's just two parks, right? It's just
two parks. Well, yes. It's just two parks right now.
So I wonder what they would do with it there. I mean, it makes sense, especially if it's coming out of Universal, to like keep that as a thing for people to come hang out. I mean, did you enjoy it when you went to Universal, Mike? I feel like it was pretty bare bones, but I feel like you still enjoyed going to Simpsons Land, right?
Yeah, I mean, I went to them on both studios in Hollywood and Florida, and yeah, I mean, it was fine. It's fine.
It kind of is what it is.
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just like, oh, cool. Here's the quickie mark. Oh, cool. Here's a
Moe's Tavern.
Moe's Tavern. I don't know. I went with the police car first.
Well, it's like, isn't it crashing into Moe's?
Yeah.
Or crashing?
It's like crashing into
or something.
It's crashed into something.
Okay. Anyways, we had a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about our 2025 predictions, what we're looking forward to this year. But before we do that, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, sweet, tasty, fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. Other quick housekeeping things. I'm trying to pull it up, but I didn't do it in time. The PTC Movie Club pick for... Oh, wait, I did know this. For January is Todd's pick. It's Todd's, right?
Pizza, baby. Yep.
And Wild Robot, that's what we're watching?
Wild Robot, Next Gen,
stop.
and then Mitchell vs. Machine.
Don't do this.
And then we're adding...
Nope. It's not what we're doing.
We're doing Robot Theme January.
Oh, it is here. Okay, yeah. So Wild Robot is here for Todd January. So we're going to watch that, and it's coming to streaming services next week, right?
The 24th. So I think
next
calling
week.
it close. But it's like, no, next week's not even the 24th. I don't think
yes,
next
it is.
It's
the 17th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that Friday? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So if you don't want to purchase it or rent it, it is coming to streaming services next week, and you can just pause this episode if you don't have time to watch it, or if you saw it in theaters, then you're good to go. But we're going to talk about the Wild Robot at the end of the month, so make sure you are locked in for that. A couple other quick housekeeping things. Sorry that we missed last week's episode. Things just got chaotic. We all had a bunch of stuff going on. We'll make it up to you at some point in the future. There'll be an extra episode. There always tends to be extra episodes throughout the year, so there will be one at least to make this up, and then I'm sure there'll be more extra bonuses as the year goes on. Other quick housekeeping things. I did a small write-up on my top 10 games of the year, so if you're interested in hearing some deeper thoughts on how I felt about some of my favorite games of last year, you should go to passthecontroller.io and check that out. But I won't belabor the intro much longer. Let's just get right into it. So we're going to come off hot here, which is I have pulled up last year's predictions. So we'll go over those quickly first to see how those things panned out and if anyone got anything right or wrong. Those all had point values attributed to them. So each correct prediction last year which is what we will also mimic this year, would be 2 points on the scoreboard. I already went through and did the math. I already looked at last year's scoreboard. No placements have changed. Everyone is still in the place they landed on. Dom is still ahead by a million miles, so nothing has changed on the leaderboard. But I listened to last year's...
You're talking about last year's score. Oh, okay.
Yeah, predictions. And I listened to last year's prediction episode. I skimmed through it. I didn't listen to the whole thing. And we did talk about stakes. So I am going to introduce and hold us to stakes right now. And I'm going to keep it in my phone so we don't forget that we actually spoke about this. So going forward, at least for this year, and if we change it next year...
We're buying stakes?
We're buying stakes.
Raise those stakes.
If we do anything different in following years, that's fine. But for this year, the leaderboard, the regular scoreboard, whoever wins that gets a double feature of their choice. So whatever movie month is theirs, they can choose a double feature, good to go. So Dom...
Bullshit that Brendan's gatekeeping fucking double features.
Dom is still in first from last year, so Dom gets grandfathered in a double feature of his choice.
What? That's bullshit.
Todd, he beat you by
Absolute
double
bullshit.
points. He beat you by double points.
I get that.
Theoretically,
but, like,
on that math, he should get like a quadruple feature because he beat you by double
Machines,
points.
Next Gen,
Okay,
and fucking
Todd.
the Wild Robot.
You didn't win
It's a
anything.
robot
You didn't
triple
win
feature.
anything.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I
Okay.
called it, and fucking the audience is waiting to watch all three of those movies. I've talked to a couple people, and they were like,
Well,
I've already watched
it
Next
sounds
Gen
like
and
that you
this
have May and
Wait, Tom,
September
what
set
picks
up
did
for
you want to
yourself.
do?
It was
Mitchell
the Wild
Machines.
Robot, Mitchell vs. Machines, and Next Gen. It's the wild. It's the robot trilogy.
Maybe for my month I'll do Iron Giant, Mitchell and the Machines, and
Yes.
Next Gen.
So Dom is getting a double feature added to his roster, so he gets the pick there. And then what we're going to do this year is that same thing. If you win the leaderboard game, you'll get a double feature. But if you win the predictions, so if you get the most predictions correct this year, you get to pick a game that all four of us have to play through.
Okay. I guess. All right, let's pause the episode. Can you let the audience know, go digging more over for my picks?
Okay, Todd. So while you're scrambling to figure out what you want to do there, I'm gonna go through. Who thinks they got the most predictions correct last year? Mike knows his, so Mike can't answer this. Or you can still answer what you think, Mike.
No, that's
Okay,
fine.
don't.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Who do you think got the most predictions correct, Dom?
I have no idea.
Okay. So Mike predicted.
I don't remember what happened last week.
None of us did. I didn't even remember my picks until I looked at this list. So Mike predicted.
I'm pretty sure Dom got the most.
Dom ended up with the most, and it's gonna be really disappointing when you realize what made him have the most. So Mike's predictions for 2024 were Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer and any form of release date. Big old buzzer. Switch 2 revealed, so close, Mike, with Luigi-led game.
Oh, that's pretty.
You had a Luigi launch title.
That's
Hey,
wild.
listen, that's
I like
still
it, though.
on
I
the
like it.
table.
Yeah,
That's
no,
still
I like it.
available for us. We'll
when-
find out in
it
April.
is-
You can use that.
And they should kind of capitalize off of the whole Luigi these days. And
When it got
Facts.
to that part of the episode where Mike was choosing this pick, and then I feel like a few of us tried to be like, Mike, just a heads up, like this. He was like, no, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm like, okay. And then number 3, Tekken guest fighter from Virtua Fighter announcement. I mean, we got a new Virtua Fighter announcement, which is cool.
We got a new Pro Trailer, and we got a Final Fantasy 16 character in Tekken. So, I was
You
in
were
the
almost
ballpark.
there. You were getting there. So a big old 3 buzzers for Mike. Todd, Remedy will be acquired by anyone. Thank goodness no. Big old X there. A new Half-Life game, VR or mainline, announced, and it doesn't have to be a sequel. It could have just been in the Half-Life universe. Big old buzzer beater, or buzzer noise. And then Microsoft App Store on iPhone/Android that allows direct game purchases. No. But if you made that one this year, I think you might have better luck.
yeah, right.
Dom's were getting closer to being correct. Did he get any correct? 3D Mario announced. No.
I mean, you said that he got the most points. So
3D Mario announced. No. A new Donkey Kong led game announced. No. I'm going to retroactively not count Donkey Kong Returns HD being a point there. And then Banjo gets an announcement. That was a deep one, and I think we were all hoping it would be correct, and it wasn't.
Oh, so none of us got any.
Well, we're not done. So because I can participate here, so I said Metroid Prime 4 trailer and Switch 2 launch window. We got a trailer, I think, but no launch anything. It might have said 2025, but I'm not going to count that as anything. Zelda movie cast reveal, at least forecast, no. And again, kind of close, but not close enough. Mario Kart 9 release date trailer. I mean, we basically saw Mario Kart 9 yesterday, so.
Not in 2024 though.
Correct. So no points there. But we did have house predictions. So the house predictions were best reviewed game on Metacritic. I said Thousand Year Door. I said that. So Todd said Hades 2 did not release. And I would have counted it if it had enough reviews in early access, and it doesn't on Metacritic. So that's not a score. Mike said Princess Peach Showtime had a 74. I said Thousand Year Door remake had an 88. Dom said Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with a 92, so Dom gets a point right there. Next game adaptation turned into movie or television. Dom said Donkey Kong. Nope. Mike said Alan Wake. Nope. Todd said Days Gone for some reason. Nope. And I said Fortnite. So a couple of bagels across the board there.
You were pretty close though, Todd.
He did get
Dawn.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was one?
Until Dawn's getting a TV show.
Oh yeah, which is weird. And they just remade the game and no one bought it. It just fucking makes no sense.
So then we had Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Dom said Dragon's Dogma 2. Todd said Hades 2, game that didn't come out. Mike said Rebirth, and I said Rebirth, and we were all wrong. It went to Astrobot.
Astrobot.
And then the final house category was new Fortnite collab. I said Persona. I wish. Mike said Final Fantasy. I also wish. Todd said SpongeBob. I don't care, but it would be funny.
Wait, wasn't there one SpongeBob? Am I forgetting?
I don't
know. Fortnite collab?
Bro, I'd be wearing that thing 24 hours a day.
It wasn't
I think
like,
it was like a creator island.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I mean, if it's officially branded, it's a point. It doesn't actually change any of the scoreboard.
When you say it's a point, like this is like last year though. Like
yeah, this is all last year. This is all last year. So it would have affected the scoreboard if you got more points, anyway, so. But you didn't. And then Dom said,
yeah, four creative maps.
Dom said more X-Men, but I think we must have argued that was too broad. And then he specifically said Magneto, which is correct. So Dom gets a point for saying Magneto is going to get added.
What?
So Dom picked up 2 points. So that just furthers Dom's score. It doesn't change the actual leaderboard.
What do you mean more? Oh.
He just gets more points added to his tally.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot we were talking about Fortnite.
Yeah. I mean, you were already in second place at the end of the year, so if we gave you a point for that, it doesn't actually change much.
Yeah.
So the leaderboard stays the same for last year. Dom gets a double feature, but going into this year, the prediction leaderboard, the prediction winner picks the game. The leaderboard gets a double feature. So we're going to follow the same rules as last year because I think it was established pretty well. We're going to go in worst to first, and then I'll go last on predictions. So it'll go Mike, Todd, Dom, me, and then we'll snake it back. Actually, no, we'll just keep going Mike, Dom, Todd, me. And then you have to get a unanimous approval from all of us. If someone like has an issue and thinks it's like, oh, that's too broad of a prediction or too whatever, you either have to drop it or alter it or argue for it to keep it a prediction for yourself. So with that being said, let me go to my other note tab. Mike, what is your first prediction? We're going to do 3 each. Your first prediction of 2024. 2025.
Look, I fucked up last year. Running it back.
Fuck
Give
up
me that
this year.
Kingdom Hearts. Give me that Kingdom Hearts trailer.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you want a Kingdom Hearts trailer? We're fine with him just getting a trailer.
Well,
Yeah, it's been
I'll
radio
do- I'll do-
silence since they announced
Mike,
that.
don't
so, I
don't
mean,
don't add more if everyone's fine with it. Don't hurt yourself here.
You have to convince me.
Are you both cool with just a trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, trailer only. See, Mike, don't argue for the date. You don't need to. You're good.
Oh, I could make
Trailer, not teaser. How about that?
Yes, I like trailer, not teaser.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It has to
You
be.
already got a teaser, anyways.
Has to be.
We got
I'll
a
say.
teaser.
I'll
It
say.
was-
Yeah.
Like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it doesn't have to be considered like this is real gameplay, but it has to be like a substantial trailer. It can't just be like a quick little.
It has to tell us something about the game.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Let me just add that to the notes. Okay, Todd, what do you got for your first?
I think Call of Duty will release a new game.
I'm gonna veto
Alright.
that one.
No, mine is that GTA 6 is not coming out next year. This year.
You think GTA 6 is not going to release in 2025?
Yes, it's not going to drop this year.
I don't know
Why,
how I feel
is
about that.
crazy?
One. No, I
Why?
think that's
Why?
kind
It's
of an
a-
easy one.
It's a legit prediction, though. It's
It
supposed
is,
to come.
yeah.
It was supposed to come out last year.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you two don't think it's a layup prediction and you're fine with it, then we can keep it on the board.
I have no problem with that.
Okay, all right. GTA
It's
6.
definitely coming out. It's definitely coming out November next year. I mean, this year.
But didn't your prediction just say it's not coming out this
No,
year?
I'm saying my luck. It's going to
Okay,
like
so
definitely.
GTA
drop
6
this
will not release in 2025. Now, if they release, let's say, GTA 6 online or GTA 6 early, some early access version of something, is that gonna
year.
count?
I mean, they've notoriously never launched the online with base
Without
game.
it,
So
yeah.
like, I think that like,
Okay.
it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna
Okay.
be it even.
So GTA 6 will not release in 2025. Todd's locked in. Pick number one. Don, what do you got? Pick number one.
I'm gonna steal one of Todd's picks. Silksong releases this year.
Whoa!
You missed our conversation like an hour and a half ago, but like I was literally like, we haven't heard from Team Cherry since 2019. They've been.
I don't know. They've been doing some weird stuff online.
The cake stuff and everything. Listen, I follow all this
I
shit,
mean-
and I'm just like, I don't understand.
I feel like it has to happen, but I'm also, it's such a ridiculous thing that just like never gonna
At this
happen.
point,
That
It's
It's
been
like GTA.
it's been
It's
one
like
of our
GTA at this
predictions
point.
every year for the
Yeah,
last
right.
like 5 years. I
Right.
feel.
I'm okay with letting that one ride if no one else
Yeah,
cares.
definitely.
Mike,
100%. Because
any
I like
pushback?
again,
Nah.
Okay. All
I hope Dom's right. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's the only thing.
I'm trying to think which one to use first in case someone else has this. I'm gonna say. Do I want to say it? I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
The next mainline Legend of Zelda game is going to be teased. There's going to be a teaser for it. It's not going to be a full trailer, probably not a name, but they're going to tease the next game that's supposed to come from the team that did Tears of the Kingdom.
Cool with that? Because I don't.
If that's too vague, then I'll
Well-
change it. But
I like it. That's fine.
So you're essentially by tease, you're saying that the next title will be revealed,
they're going to reveal that. So like,
or not necessarily the name, but like the new title in the mainline
so
Zelda game.
more than them just saying like we're working on the next Zelda, like more than that, there will be something further. Like I don't think they'll actually show any gameplay. Maybe they'll show Link's like design or a character's design. Like they'll show something, but it's going to be like extremely brief.
This is an interesting prediction.
I'm fine with veto. It's
Well, no, because what my thought is if they show a tease, then you're correct. If they show a full trailer with like a title reveal,
I'm fine with
and
being
the
wrong.
characters,
I'm fine with being
that's wrong.
Yeah, if they give us a full trailer, I would be okay with taking that as a incorrect.
So you're fine with like narrowing yourself into they only show a teaser for this game.
Only because I don't like. I still think this is sort of a long shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm fine with either of these because I don't think this is even.
Yeah, I think it's a long shot, and I think if we do get any mention of a new Zelda, it's. I mean, I can tell you what I really think is going to happen. I don't want to like pigeon myself into this specific hole, but what I expect is.
Does Wind Waker count like remake?
No.
Like that?
Next
No,
mainline, not a
mainline.
remake, not a remaster. The next mainline Zelda game that is whatever gonna be probably
You said from Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom,
like the main Zelda
creator.
team.
Meaning like 3D Zelda, not
Yes. Yeah, I'll still say 3D Zelda game. Yes, I'll still say 3D.
because just because you said like from the Tears Breath of the Wild.
So though I framed it that way specifically because I if there was like a Zelda spin-off of some sort, like I didn't want that to count.
Yes, but
I wasn't even thinking top-down 2D.
Like Echoes wouldn't have been mainline, but like
I mean it is mainline. It is in the timeline. But it is I'll say
a spin-off.
I'll say no, I don't think it's a spin-off. Cuz like A Link Between Worlds is not a spin-off. The other 3DS games are not the DS games are not spin-offs. But I wasn't talking about 2D. So I'll simply say the next 3D Zelda will get teased. If it gets a full trailer, no. Cuz there's no fucking way. Next 3D Zelda teased. I shouldn't have spoke that much. I should have just let it rock. All right. Mike, prediction number 2.
Now, you listen to the episode, so you know. Why were you guys so adamant talking me out of the Luigi thing?
You can keep rocking with it if you want. I mean, I'll tell you why.
I think it was because the fact that the Switch would get a release date was so specific already, and then you were trying to add stuff on.
Yeah,
okay.
Part of it was that, but also I was like, Mike, we're getting a remake of Luigi's Mansion 1 last year. And then I think later on, it must have been later in the year, we found out this year we're getting a remake of 2. So like we'll have by the end of this year at some point ported all of Luigi's Mansion.
So we're getting Luigi's Mansion the next one then for fucking Switch launch. I think you're onto something.
I think Todd's right.
And
I think
excited for a launch game like that though. Personally, I take that over Mario Odyssey too.
They're showing that fucking Mario Kart like, okay, this is gonna be like an easy layup. We don't need to like overdo it by also putting out a mainland Mario game. But let's get Luigi some love. We'll toss in a little Luigi game there. So we will get a Luigi game, like a launch Luigi game.
So launch Luigi.
Launch Luigi.
I'll launch Luigi.
Have they clarified that it's launching this year, the Switch 2, with that? I didn't really pay attention to the full announcement, but did they clarify
it said 2025 at the end of the trailer.
Okay.
They've got another thing
direct
coming
to
out.
April, first week of April. So Mike wants a Switch 2 launch Luigi. I don't care what the internet says. We need to define what we think is a launch title. Is it needs to come out that week, Mike, or are we giving Mike a window?
I think you can give him a window.
What are we giving him?
I think like a 6-month window is fine.
6 months?
I mean, I think they're gonna launch game if they're not if
it comes out this year.
If the game
comes out this year, when do we think the Switch 2's coming out?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, exactly.
That can be someone's prediction. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree to that prediction though, because I think that's kind of it. Like what's coming out.
Let me see. I'm just gonna Google what is typically
so
considered
with the Switch 1.
I just want to say that the Google top fucking suggested search for what is typically considered is an illegal business practice.
I mean, it's important to know.
game console launch window. I mean, yeah, it looks like first 6 months are considered. So, I mean, for this to work, it would have to be.
It would have to be.
I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'm fine with giving you first 6, but obviously, if it doesn't come out in by the end of the year, then it. I mean, you don't get the point because it wouldn't have come out. Well, okay, I'm fine with this. If we
first 6 months less than 2025.
Yeah.
I'm even fine with to go as far as saying if it is announced as a launch title game and has a date for within that 6 months from the console, I'm fine with giving you that point. And then if the scoreboard is that close where we have to retroactively pull you down a peg, we can deal with that after. I'm fine with that.
No, I don't. I honestly,
Sounds like no.
I think that no. Like I think he should just like 6 months after it comes out. I think that's lock it in at that. Unless you guys are, because I don't. I think this.
Sorry, what I meant was like, let's say that the Switch comes out in fucking December.
Yeah.
And then
you're saying
in the direct
wait.
They announced like, oh, Luigi's Mansion is coming out in January 15th. But January 15th comes around, it's like, actually we're delaying the game until fucking whatever. Like, we wouldn't know that until the game actually
I'll
comes
be
out.
amazed if they launch a Luigi game in the first year. So like I feel like
Mike, you want to change your prediction?
No.
All right, Switch.
I'll be happy.
If Todd's that much against it, that means it's gonna happen.
I'm not against it. I want.
He's
Luigi,
trying to
more
pull you
Luigi.
off of it so that he can go, all right, my next pick, Luigi's Mansion. All right, so Luigi, just a Luigi-led game. Doesn't have to be Mansion, right? You just want a Luigi-led game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like mansions are his wheelhouse, but like I'm open to him going to other forms of real estate.
Take the wider net.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luigi Sewer. Luigi.
Yeah, why not? Switch
mansion.
to
It could be
Luigi
a skyscraper.
Must
Or
Could
or
be,
Mike, you could say that there's going to be a
6.
Pizza Tower Luigi style game. There you go.
Like
Yeah,
your
I
goal
could
is
say
to become as wide as possible. Don't let
narrow in.
Yeah. This is not when you want to lock in, Mike.
I think Luigi's gonna be wearing his hat backwards for this one.
Ooh, okay.
Lock it in.
He's going to have a backpack and he's going to have a hood on and he's going to.
Todd, prediction number 2.
I'm going to keep this rolling every fucking year. I'm going to will this into existence. I think that we are going to get a Half-Life 3 announcement that it's coming or that it's in development this year.
Yeah.
Because you know it's not happening. But no, I'm pushing for it.
Listen, the rumors are out there. People are like, yeah, they're
Okay.
something.
I do have a clarity
Are there rumors
question.
out there? Because
Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Dom, are you okay with this as it stands right now?
Yeah, my guess is that you were going to say if it's not Half-Life 3 and it's a
I'm
spin-off
sticking
game,
to Half-Life
but
3.
He said Half-Life 3.
Yeah,
I don't even
no,
care
I'm sticking
about
to Half-Life 3.
spin-off. If it's a game that comes out in the Half-Life... Well, actually, never mind.
No, it's got to be, yeah.
A mainline Half-Life game. I was more worried about the reality of like, I feel like a Half-Life like remaster or port seems more likely than those things.
No, I think that's
Why not? Toss it on Switch. Toss it on Series X. Toss it
No,
on
no,
PlayStation 5.
I'm saying like cool if they do that, but my pick is more like
yeah, that's why I was trying to rule that out of your pick.
Yeah.
So you're
Okay.
just straight up
Yeah.
saying Half-Life 3.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say that because if they make another
I'll
game,
go
besides,
as
like, they already made Half-Life Alyx.
Well,
and,
I'll
like,
go as far as to say, like, I'll give you mainline Half-Life sequel. Like, if it's like, this is Half-Life Bridge Constructor and it takes place in the Half-Life universe, no. But if it's like...
if it's a continuation of the Half-Life story, like, it does, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where, like, I don't know, you tell me. Because, like, I
No, I'm fine with that. I want it to be more of a mainline focused announcement and not like, here's a spin-off thing that is like, yeah, technically it's in the universe.
Well, they
but
already
it's not
did
a
that,
thing.
so like I feel like because like that's what Half-Life Alyx was. It was like a spin-off, but like connected.
Yeah,
to the
but like if
universe
they made
kind of thing.
if Half-Life Alyx 2 got announced, I would count that.
I wouldn't count that.
Okay,
you would?
all right. No,
Okay.
if you don't want to count that, that's fine.
No, I mean I'm fine. Listen, if you want. I mean, because realistically, like I know what happens at the end of Half-Life Alyx, and it's such a huge part of like the overall Half-Life series that
well,
like
here's the deal. I don't know where the other two stand on this. So
Real.
you gotta convince them. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
I mean, I don't need to give. I mean, it's whatever you guys want to do.
I'm good with it.
I'm fine with sticking it. Like,
So we're
I
locking
don't
this in as Half-Life 3 announcement. Doesn't need a release date. Doesn't need anything. Just announcement.
in development announcement something
Okay.
that like, hey,
All right. I'm okay with it.
'cause I feel like they wouldn't do another fucking side game from the Half-Life universe. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, I don't know.
Dom, what are you thinking? Pick number 2.
Um, I guess I'm just gonna go with this again and say that a new Donkey Kong game gets announced.
Listen, if they announce a new Donkey Kong game for the Switch, that'll be like the most excited I've been for a console launch. Because
And I will narrow it in.
More than my Luigi game?
And I will narrow it in.
Wait, before you speak, Dom.
yes.
I'm cool with locking that as it is. If you want to narrow it further, go for it.
I will. That
It'll be a
they're
remake though.
that they're not. They'll get away from the like 3D rare model. They're gonna switch to this.
Oh, they definitely are.
Oh,
Like,
okay. All right.
yeah.
So-
I mean, I think they're gonna do that anyways. But I
So
hate it.
this
Hate
was
it.
on my list of potential predictions was we'll get a new announcement of a Donkey Kong game because I think it's real interesting that there's a new Donkey Kong model. I feel like that's like soft,
They're
soft
pulling themselves
rebrand.
away from the rare.
Yeah. But that I think that's like also teeing him up to be like, let's reintroduce Donkey Kong in a new series.
When's the
with this
Donkey Kong
model.
movie supposed to launch? Because I mean, like, they probably want to pair it up with that. Because isn't that the next in the Mario universe thing? Is that they were going to make a Donkey Kong movie?
Is that
I think that
is
was
that a
just a
thing?
rumor.
Yeah.
I think it was just
Oh,
a
it was.
rumor.
Oh, it was.
I think the only thing that's in development is a Mario 2 movie, right? Is that even
And Zelda.
confirmed in development? It must be.
I don't
And
even
Zelda.
I
know.
think so.
All right, new Donkey Kong game gets announced. I mean, I'll put parentheses uses new model, but I think they're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I want to go with this? I'll save that one for my third pick because I don't think anyone's gonna say that. I'm gonna say. I am going to go with. I wanna.
Don't take mine. Don't take mine.
I want to sort of piggyback off of someone else's pick,
Don't say mine.
but it's
I
gonna
know
be
where you're
like
going with
mine
this.
is a bullseye pick, so it's not really affecting the other person's pick. I don't know if I want to go with this, but essentially I was gonna say, but it's complicated because I don't know if there was a deal that seemingly was a thing, and then it seems like that is just not a thing anymore, or maybe it is still just a deal in the back end. But when they showed off Silksong, I think for the last time, it was during an Xbox E3,
2019.
and they said like, oh, all of the games shown today are supposed to come out within the next year and a half or something like that, next 2 years. So I think a lot of people were like, oh, maybe Silksong is going to be a console exclusive for a Game Pass day one game. Or yeah, that's what it was. It was all these games are going to all these games. I was going to say it's a Switch day one game, but I don't know.
Yo, I sent that picture yesterday. You just like fucking.
Well, because I'm thinking that there's going to be, and this is showing my hand here, and someone else might swoop in. I'm thinking there's going to be a major indie game that is a day one or like early, like within like a month or so launch Switch 2. Silksong would be great.
I'm gonna wait till my turn, but I have 3 picks right now, and one is kind of in the realm of what you're saying. But like, go ahead.
Fuck. I feel like
I have 3 things to fall back on.
I feel like it's a tough one. I feel like it's Or do I want to switch to this? Okay. All right, hear me out. The next mainline, so generation change, Pokemon game is revealed / announced. No release date. Maybe a small, teaser trailer.
Is Arceus the last one that came out?
But that's not a mainline game. Or, I mean, it's not a generation game. So the last generation game was...
so it can't be like an Arcane 2 or Arceus 2 or whatever. It has to be like...
there already is one of those coming. There already is another Legends game. Yeah, there's another Legends game coming.
Really?
Okay.
The last ones were...
Not Sword and Shield. It's after that.
No.
It's whatever's after that. Well, I don't know why I can't think of the name of them.
Was it
Violet, Scarlet,
games?
Scarlet Violet.
Oh, Scarlet Violet, yeah.
So I'm not talking about remakes of previous gens. I'm not talking about spin-off like Arceus or anything else. I'm specifically saying the next. So I think it would be Gen 10, maybe. I don't know what generation they're on. So the next full generation will be revealed in some way.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Are you on board with that, Dom, or is that too...
I don't care.
Okay. Next gen of Pokemon revealed. And I'll keep it to, like, if they reveal new Pokemon that are out of this Pokédex, but it's not in relation to a new game that's mainline, then I won't count that. I mean, like, specifically, the next generation of Pokemon is revealed. Okay. I don't want to... You all agreed to it, so I'm not going to get granular. I was going to add something onto that, but I don't need to.
Just leave it alone.
I'm not adding it to the thing, but I'll say what I was going to say since you all agreed to it. I was going to say, and it's Switch 2 exclusive.
Oh, yeah, let's add that on.
Fine, fuck it. Switch 2 exclusive.
What? What do you mean? The Pokemon game is going to be Switch 2 exclusive?
Yes. So it can run well,
course.
Todd. So it can run well for you.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, if I can put a little effort into your fucking biggest franchise.
I don't think the Pokemon Next Gen game is coming out anytime soon, but I think they might tease it this year. But the reality is that if they do that, it's probably at least 2 years away, would be my guess. So I think once we clear a certain number, maybe 2 years, you're going to see a lot of Nintendo games that come out be Switch 2 exclusive. Mike, third prediction.
Third prediction. Todd, give me the prediction that you have that you are least confident in.
No, because I have three, and I'm going to let you guys know what they are after you go. So you can't. I'm not going to say it just in case, because I don't know what I'm picking. I still don't know what I'm going to pick.
You're a fucking piece of shit, Todd.
Wait, actually, I can give you something from my list. So hold on, let me see. All right.
Call of Duty announced. Lock it in.
FIFA. Oh, FIFA. New FIFA game. New Madden. Mortal Kombat versus Def Jam. I did that as a joke, kind of, but I'm like, make it happen.
This will be the 1 year I'm like, Todd, you're a fucking silly goose, and then the last two DLC character for MK1 are fucking Method Man and RZA. I'm trying to construct, because I feel like this is too much of a long shot. How would I make it either be more likely or pick something that's not so out there? No, that would require a fundamental change in everything.
I have another one. Wait, hold on.
What? No.
Oh, you guys wouldn't even accept this one. I won't tell you this one because I feel like I probably wouldn't even accept it either.
Todd, are you coming up with fucking things that you weren't even going to accept? All right.
You got this. Splatoon.
Nah, it's not likely.
Wait, did Mike say his third pick?
No, I didn't.
That's why I was like, what the fuck is Todd talking about?
He needs help. I'm trying to give him some fucking ideas.
Yeah, give him some ideas.
He's struggling over here.
We're spitballing here.
You think Splatoon 4, Mike?
Please. Please give me Splatoon 4. Launch Splatoon 4.
I think Splatoon 4 is probably more likely than the Luigi game I picked, but I can't be putting all my eggs into like these Switch games.
What about ARMS 2?
Ooh,
Not happening.
now there's an idea.
Not
ARMS
happening.
2.
What about just ARMS 2, but the game is called Legs?
I like it.
Now
You
you're
have to do
fucking. I like what you're smoking over there.
it. I do too. Ben, you have to agree. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. So my pie in the sky, not really to this. Like,
How mad are you gonna be when ARMS 2, but the game's called Legs, is revealed at the
Look, I'll be the first one to be like, "Yo, I fucked up, man. I fucked up hard. I had it in the palm of my hand, and I just let it go."
We predict legs on you. It's on.
My pie in the sky. I don't know exactly what I want. There is some sort of Valve Microsoft partnership in some way.
That'd be nice.
I haven't quite ironed out exactly what I'm looking for in that, whether that be Microsoft games. Well, I think maybe more Valve stuff being on a console. I was thinking Microsoft, but it'd be crazy if they did it with Nintendo. I don't see how that would work either. You know what? Oh, wait. What did Orange Box release on?
360
Xbox.
PS3. I don't think it had a Nintendo port.
Okay.
What's on Nintendo? Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a solid like PC game that could be like, yeah, it's on the fucking Switch too.
What if they just put the Orange Box remastered on Switch 2?
Bring back Team Fortress. Let's go. For consoles.
Peggle 2 would be a good one.
Peggle 3, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
new mainline
Peggle 2 just getting ported to Switch. You want to throw new mainline Peggle as your guess?
No. No.
It's due. It's definitely due.
It is due. Peggle's great, Mike.
So good.
Let's go with No. You know, I'm tired. We will do the Okay.
You got this. I got faith in you.
We will. Let me think of what's a good Val game that I would
Let's
say.
take a little intermission and we'll come back.
Yeah. Come back in 15 minutes, guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean towards like a
Half-Life 3, maybe?
a traditional PC game being on the Switch too. I'm just trying to think about which one I want to lean towards. Something that hasn't been done before. You know what I mean? I don't want.
Oh, Papers, Please is going to be a launch Switch title. Boom.
Something less indie.
Wow.
Mike
really said play less indies.
Yeah, let's go with. Was Half-Life already on something?
Yeah, it was in the Orange Box.
It was in the Orange Box. Both? One
just
and
Half-Life 2. No, just 2. Just 2, Portal, Team Fortress, and like the add-on to Half-Life 2, like the DLC that came out for it. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Portal 3,
huh?
Portal 3, Mike?
That's a good...
I mean, that'd be cool.
2 would be hard to top, but give me some more Portal.
You know what? Why not? Portal 3 somewhere.
I don't know. I feel like Valve's up to something. Like, I feel like they're due.
They don't make 3s of anything.
Are you sure you don't want to go back to what other thing you were trying to figure out? You want to just say Portal 3 something?
Oh, wait, no. Might do this. 2 Luigi games are going to come out, but this is going to be a third pick. So.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's in the Half-Life universe.
Yeah, exactly. So the second Luigi has entered the Switch.
My third pick is a second Luigi game.
All right, so you're going to lock in Portal 3 announcement?
Yes.
I think that's fair.
I think that's an
Good.
easy incorrect. Sure, Todd.
Absolutely incorrect.
If you think of something different by the end of this, Mike, feel free to change it. But that's
Yeah,
I will
I'm
not.
with that
that's
too.
aggressively
Just
not
give-
going to happen.
Just give him the Microsoft Steam fucking.
No. Because I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. in
Like
that.
you
I
mean
don't
that
know.
like
They're gonna
libraries would
collab in
merge?
some way. Yeah, like,
Not necessarily libraries would merge.
but they'd put a game on fucking.
Can you not buy
Like, there'd be a
Microsoft Studios
partnership.
games on Steam? I think you can.
That's
You
what I'm
can
trying
on
to remember. I
Steam.
don't think.
I'm
you
pretty
might
sure
be
that
able
they're
to.
available on Steam now.
Right.
I think
No,
I think
again, it's
Microsoft
too
just
late,
put
too
everything
late.
on.
Because I'm not
Maybe what
playing
I'm
Pizza
looking for
Tower
is
or
being able
whatever
to
the fuck he's
buy
gonna make us play.
Steam games on an Xbox. Maybe that's what I want.
So you want,
What?
yeah, at least the Master Chief Collection is available on Steam. I don't know about anything else. And I
Yeah,
don't
Master
want to
Chief is-
open Steam.
And
so.
then like Activision stuff, I think because they got rid
Yeah,
of the
all that stuff is it's gonna all
Blizzard
start
app.
coming
Okay,
to
so
Steam.
you
anyways.
wanna change your third thing to that Steam
You can
is gonna
buy-
be on Xbox?
Yes, or at the bare minimum, you can purchase Steam games.
So your Steam library could play on your Xbox.
Yeah.
I feel like that's been rumored for a while, but I'm fine with giving that to you. Steam library
I'm cool with
is
that too.
Rumored, but I
playable
mean,
on Xbox.
at this point, Steam is already working on like a console. I'm pretty sure,
Okay.
like another console. So like, maybe they just go that route instead.
All right. Anyone? Any objections to Mike saying Steam library playable on Xbox? All right, Todd, third pick.
All right, I got three. One of mine is very close to Mike, what he was just saying, except not. And I'm going to give you my least likely one first. Todd Howard leaves Bethesda, which I don't know if I'm going to go with that, but that's my bottom of my list picks.
To go
You could have given
somewhere
that
else?
with me, you fucking piece
Yeah,
of
just
shit.
like just go somewhere else because yeah.
Never gonna happen.
Okay, I feel like there's a lot of scrutiny under fucking Microsoft though with him and everything, and I think that didn't perform as well as they wanted, and
Indiana
I
Jones
feel
did
like-
great.
yeah, I mean sure, but I mean did it do? We loved it, but like did it do great? You know,
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
it has pretty.
I think the
it's pretty
expectations-
well regarded.
because like when you look at the Marvel Rival numbers that came out for money spent, like it was like 100 million PC, 50 million PlayStation, 2.7 million Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
What does that have to do with Todd Howard?
because he's part of the Xbox ecosystem at this point, he's literally
Why would he
like,
leave Bethesda? That doesn't make any sense. Why does Marvel Rivals spending have anything to do with Todd Howard?
I'm just saying, like, I think Xbox is a dying console, and like,
Yeah, but I think everyone's
Which is
aware
why
of
they're
that.
going to add the Steam library
But I think
to it.
everyone's aware of
Boom.
that, including Xbox. That's why their whole marketing campaign now is everything is an Xbox because they want you to just buy Game Pass and buy their games.
yeah. Well, that's my least likely one. That's on like the bottom of my
Yeah, I mean,
list.
I think your reasoning is just weird, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, but so the other one I'm thinking about is Switch 2 launching with a Xbox property, whether it's Master Chief Collection, it's Indiana Jones, fucking like a Xbox owned game that's going to be part of the Switch lineup for launch. And then my third one is Animal Crossing coming out within.
Do you want us to
Animal
pick for
Crossing.
you? Why are you saying all of this?
Oh yeah, I'm giving you guys I'm giving you and Dom something to work with.
I don't need your
You didn't want to give
garbage
me something to
picks.
work with? You gave everyone else something to work with? This is
Well, you
bullshit.
had
Like, do you
pick.
want
I
to
didn't know if you
change?
were gonna pick
Do you want to
something.
change any of yours to any of that? Because
No, I'm upset now. I'm mad.
I think your pick is better than those, Mike.
You don't think Master Chief Collection could come to Switch?
I
too?
think that's the most
Or-
likely thing out of what you said. I don't know why you're trying to farm answers out of me. I think
I'm
the
not
tar-
finding answers.
I
I'm
think the
saying, I'm
tar-
saying those. These
I
are
think-
my three things I have written down here right now.
Yeah,
Those
you're
three
trying
things I
to
just said
to play us to see which one you think we think is good. I think
No,
the Todd
I
Howard
just
one
don't know what to pick.
is not a chance. So you
So
can
help me
cross
God,
that
if
out.
Todd Howard leaves Bethesda this year, I'm gonna fucking cry. Okay,
There's
I'm
He's
not-
gonna
literally
leave the
no
head up
reason-
fucking
Okay.
arms too.
Okay,
You'll get retroactive points. We'll give you bonus
No,
points.
I won't.
Okay. Yes,
Retiring
you're right there.
and going to another studio are two different things. Him retiring is not what you're saying.
Oh, I don't think
you're
he's
saying,
retiring. I'm saying he's gonna go like somewhere. He's gonna do his own thing and like leave Bethesda, and maybe start something new. Maybe
I
All right,
don't
that's
think so. I think that's like a crazy unnecessary thing. I think that guy's good with what he's doing. I think he's totally fine.
I agree.
They're
but I
also
think he
working
catches a
on
lot
Elder
of
Scrolls
heat.
6. He's not going anywhere.
I think there's a lot riding on Elder Scrolls 6, and I think that that's like a stressful thing for someone like him. He just had fucking the other one that came out. That what is it? The space one.
Starfield.
Fucking,
I don't
yeah.
know. I think you're worrying too much about Todd Howard's mental health. I think he's fine. I think he's
Oh, I don't
totally
think. Yeah,
cool.
dude, the guy's rolling in dope. But that's why I think like he's set up where like he could probably start his own thing or go do his own thing, and like it would be
he
probably better for
outwardly
him.
he is outwardly so happy with how well Indiana Jones did because he loves Indiana Jones. I think he's completely, totally fine with where he's at right now.
All right, I think I'm gonna go, even though I want to go with Animal Crossing, but I just can't trust Nintendo. I think I'm gonna go with an Xbox first party game launching with the Switch.
Launch window?
Within like the first 2 months, if that's is that like I'm not saying like fucking
So
like
you're gonna
6
say
months.
within the first 2 months
Yes.
on
That
Switch
they're
2
gonna
within
something from Xbox first party will launch
the
on
first
Switch
2 months. So I'm gonna put a bunch of asterisks on this because Xbox first party is like 20 fucking studios, and that
Okay.
includes things like Minecraft. I am not counting Minecraft.
Yeah,
here.
no, none of that stuff. I'm talking about
Well,
like
then
newer.
you need to. What do you mean?
Like
Master Chief Collection's not newer. That's
Master Chief, Gears of War, fucking like any of those things, like where like like Minecraft has always been everywhere else. It's never been just Xbox.
no, I
I'm
know,
talking
but
about,
that's a Microsoft studio. So like that's why
yeah, but
we need to define
So
this.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about just Xbox only games that you can get on Xbox and maybe PC these days because they've let some go into PC. But I'm not talking about like the Minecrafts. I'm talking about like Indiana Jones. I'm talking about
But Indiana
Master
Jones is
Chief.
going to PS5, so like I don't think that's a far reach for it to be a Switch game.
Can they handle the Switch too? Like
The
I just don't know.
Switch, we don't know the Switch's 2 specs, but I would
No.
imagine that it can at bare minimum handle current gen hardware.
I mean, but everyone said that about the Switch, and like you couldn't even play fucking Fortnite or fucking Overwatch on it without it being a fucking disaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think those games would. I don't like. Again, we don't know the specs of the Switch.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna still also vote down Indiana Jones because I think that's a
That's
easy
fine, that's
candidate
fine.
to get ported
I'm
because
okay. Okay, then let's
it
say
already is getting ported to PlayStation.
sure, that's fine. But like, yeah, but like Switch 2. I mean, we know that Switch 2 is not going to be PS5 level games or like Xbox
But we
Series X
don't
games.
actually know that.
No, we do.
But it doesn't.
They've been dragging.
I mean,
ass
we
with
don't.
fucking the
We
Switch
don't actually
forever.
know that. And again, like we,
So they're gonna have a
they
more
can-
powerful hardware
they
than
can
fucking
still
the.
make an underperforming version of Indiana Jones. If it comes out on the thing, it's still there. We're not talking
They're
about
gonna-
is it going to come out in port 1-to-1 accuracy. We're just saying it's going to get ported. Plenty of games get ported to the Switch and don't run well. You just named 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything plays well on the Switch
I'm
unless
not
it's
allowing
Nintendo.
Indiana Jones. I'm just not
Unless
allowing
it's
it.
Nintendo.
I'm not
Like,
allowing
you know what I'm
Indiana
saying?
Jones.
I would never expect Indiana Jones.
I know,
You
but
can
I'm
pull Indiana
striking
Jones.
it from the possibilities.
That's fine. You can
Okay.
pull Indiana Jones. I don't think Switch 2 will be able to handle it, personally. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys what you want, but I think it's going to be like a one of the mainline Xbox game. And I don't consider Bethesda. I mean, I'm thinking like Doom, the new Doom, is that going to even be able to perform on the Switch 2? But I don't consider like I'm talking about like hardcore like Master
Why don't you
Chief
just
Collection,
say the
Gears of War.
franchises that you are going to expect to be in the launch lineup, and then we'll just do it that way.
I mean, I feel like that makes it complicated because now in the top, like off the top of my dome, I don't think I can name like.
Okay. Do you think a Forza game is going to be in that window?
No.
Okay. Gears of War.
Yes.
Okay. Age of Empires.
No.
Ara History Untold.
No.
Avowed.
No.
Call of Duty.
Possibly.
Fable.
I don't even know. No.
Forza Horizon.
Any you can exclude all the newer IPs that are going to be launching because I don't think those are going to be.
All right, so then we need to make it clear then, because like Fable has legacy games. So like if there's a Fable collection that comes out and it's ported.
Yeah, so I mean that's more where my head is with this. Like when I say like these games are like Master Chief Collection, maybe the Gears remake of fucking what they did, like the Xbox IPs that have been really big for them over the last like 20 so years, and not like the newer ones that they just brought on, like Indiana Jones or like Doom or anything like that. It's more about like the older stuff that's been core Xbox stuff.
Okay. So no Minecraft, no Doom,
No Minecraft, no Doom,
and no Indiana Jones.
Sure.
Anything else that's Microsoft Studios, whatever. I'm done with this fucking conversation. I'm fine with that.
My brain mostly is like I think they want to get Halo on there, but like I do think Gears is something that like I don't know where they're gonna go with Gears, but like with the way Xbox has been handling everything, I wouldn't be surprised if those games started coming out to PlayStation and everything else. So it's like.
Anyone else have objections to Todd's thing?
No, but I just.
Dumb.
My only objection is that Todd was like sitting on all these things.
I have no
like,
objection. I don't really care.
Okay.
But we also know that there's a contract for Call of Duty to come to Switch. So.
Oh, there is. Okay, then we can access.
So no Call of Duty.
I didn't. Are you sure?
It was.
I don't think that like.
No, it was part of their
part of the legal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can axe that. Yeah, that's fine. Because that's not even a game that's on my radar when I'm thinking of this.
But it doesn't matter what the fuck you're thinking about. You're saying Microsoft Studios games. These are all Microsoft Studios games.
Well, if we're going off rumors, and I'm not expecting this big, massive jump on Switch 2. Like, do we think we're gonna get like the fucking what's the handheld for Valve? The Valve,
yes, I do think it's going to be able to run these games.
I don't think it's going to be at that level though. I think it's going to be better than the Switch, but I don't think it's going to be. Dude, that picture.
But it doesn't matter. But like, you're like conflating what you hope it is and thinking it's not going to be, and the fact that
I want it to be that, but I don't think it's going to be that.
But they can still port things in a lower quality to the platform, and that counts. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't matter if it runs like dog shit. They can still port it. It doesn't fucking matter.
Gotcha.
The Witcher 3 is on the Switch. They can port Indiana Jones. Like
Witcher 3, I mean, it's on Series X.
Witcher 3 is a massive fucking game. Yeah. Indiana Jones is a massive game because of its like graphical fidelity. They can tone all that down for the Switch 2 for a port because they just want to sell it. If you have a PC or an Xbox and a Switch 2, and you're choosing to buy Indiana Jones on a Switch 2, you're doing that for a specific reason. You know what I mean? Like, you're okay with the downgrade, if it is a downgrade, which it probably won't be fully up to Series X, PS5 Pro, but I do expect it to be, like, pretty comparable upgrade from what the Switch is. The Switch is 7 years old. Anyways, dumb.
It's also a handheld, too. So it's like, it's mostly a handheld.
Okay, you just said the Steam Deck. That's a fucking handheld.
But like, I feel like that the Steam Deck is like pretty. Like, if you look at the specs of the Steam Deck, I still don't think the Switch 2 is going to come close to that. If we're looking at that fucking Mario Kart game, like that fucking doesn't look like it. Like it looks like fucking. It looks like I'm still playing Switch games, not Switch 2 games.
I don't even understand what that statement is supposed to mean.
I don't think the graphical or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be a big
stylized art style. It doesn't matter what fucking platform it's running on. It's like it's going to look the way it looks. It's a stylized cartoon graphic thing. Anyways, before Dom goes, Sapphire J in the chat said, "See, the real bullshit of this episode is it's taking a long time for everyone to make their picks, and ultimately you will end up playing a really terrible game of Dom's choosing." Dom number 3.
Wait, but this is only tied to this. This is only tied to this, or is this tied to the overall win?
The main leaderboard gets you a double feature. This specific thing
is tied to a game we play.
This is tied to a game we play.
Okay, cool. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Dom, pick 3.
I think that for every 10 points ahead of them that I am this year, I should also get another double.
I'm fine with that.
If you fucking
I'm gonna start watching movies at like 2x speed. Like I'm not gonna be I'm not really going to be ingesting these films. I'm just going to be watching them out of pure obligation more than anything else.
Ooh.
I'll do good picks again this year, Mike. Maybe next year when I get my double features back, I'll start switching back to bad movies again.
Mike, we should have an easy year ahead of us. David Lynch died. Todd is going to at least switch all of his picks to David Lynch movies.
I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah,
that I didn't
those are
get
easy.
Velvet, like,
Those
right
are
out the
easy
gate.
movies.
I was
Yeah.
going to rewatch Mulholland Drive anyway because I watched it once and I was too young and watched the middle of it to understand.
I mean, like, his movies are like basically like they're meant to not be understood, but like there's certain themes that like you can get in those movies, and like it's all about. It's kind of like the fuck. Yeah.
I meant more of like Todd's going to pick movies that we'll probably all enjoy watching if he picks Lynch movies.
Oh, okay.
There you
Um, does Metroid Prime 4 coming out this year count as a
go.
pick?
Yeah. No. I don't personally. I think that's a launch title personally. It was. We thought it was coming out for regular Switch at this point. Like
I think you'll have to give us like at minimum a month.
Does like I have to pick a month that it comes out? We don't know when the
no,
Switch
I'm still
comes
against
out.
that. I feel like it's going to be a launch title. It's just
I feel like
okay.
I feel like it is a this year game, and I do think it's a
Yeah.
launch window Switch game.
Does a new 3D Mario game announcement count as a prediction?
I feel like that's a given too. But I mean,
I do think that's a given. I kind of want it to be true though, so I
Yeah,
want
right.
him to pick it.
I think that's an easy layup, kind of. That's like I don't know.
If it's not, all right, fine. If it's not,
So here.
if that's too broad,
So here's
then
the
I will
thing.
say,
Switch
Has Nintendo ever launched a console without a Mario game?
Switch OG 2017 was, if I'm remembering correctly, Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart Deluxe, I believe, came out. I don't think Mario Kart came out the same day. I think it came out within like a week or two.
It came out later because that was the whole reason why I wasn't planning to buy the Switch launch. I was there with you. I picked it up, and because I was there and I needed a game, I took Breath of the Wild home.
Yeah.
But like Mario Kart 8 was like the first game that I purchased. I was like, oh shit.
I think it was like within a few weeks. So if I'm remembering correctly, it was within the first few months of Switch. It was Zelda, Snipper Clips, Mario Kart for like major things.
Wasn't Splatoon early on too?
Splatoon 2 was shortly after it came out. Super Bomberman R, and I believe Odyssey came out that October. I think it came out in 2017.
I just want to say something. Actually, no, I'll say this after Don makes his pick. Wait, no, after you guys make your pick.
And we haven't had a new 3D Mario. Yeah, it was October of that year. We haven't had a new 3D Mario since Odyssey. So I do feel like we're going to get the 1-2 Mario Kart, Mario 3D punch this year. So I think you'd have to get more specific with like a month, at least a month.
Well, I can't do that. So my prediction will be that we will get a Mario RPG successor announced this year.
So not Paper Mario,
Can't allow
not Mario Luigi, like a Mario RPG.
Like an RPG.
Okay.
And maybe not like in title, but like
You're saying it can't be Paper Mario?
That art style.
Yeah, like it's not a Paper Mario sequel, and it's not a Mario Luigi one. It is the third.
I feel like
the third Mario RPG. Honestly, I'll give it to you if it's just not if it's an RPG and it's not the other two. Like it can be a completely different thing.
A successor of some sort.
Yeah.
To RPG. That's not
just an announcement.
Yeah. I think we'll probably just get an announcement.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
That wouldn't be when was the last Paper Mario came out? It was like the official. Not like that was like 4 years.
The last new Mario Paper Mario game.
Circle Combat. Yeah.
Origami King. That was.
Origami.
I want to say Origami King was the same year that Last of Us 2 came out.
Probably.
So that's 2020, 2021.
I was going to say 20.
5 years ago.
I was going to say 20.
I think it's 2020 then. Yeah. Okay, so that ends it with me. Do I want to
got
go
this.
bold
You got
here?
this.
I want to win
Bold.
this because I want to pick the
Yeah,
fucking
actually,
game.
you should play it as you want to win. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am,
Don't go
but I feel
bold.
like I've
Don't
been a
go
little
bold.
bold on my picks.
Yeah, don't go bold. Go
Like,
and see.
like newest 3D Zelda game teased is fucking stupid. I'm a moron. Next gen Pokemon is also probably too early for that.
I think you could possibly hit that one though, personally.
So no, because I fucked up. I shouldn't have picked that one because they teased Pokemon Legends. I think it's just called ZA. Pokemon Legends ZA. Yeah, so they teased that last year, and I bet that's going to be a game that comes out this year. I feel like I might have preemptively picked the new gen of Pokemon because it will probably won't get announced until next year. So I could try to shoot from the hip and pick Switch 2 launch month. I could be silly and say I think Mina the Hollower is going to be a Switch 2 launch title. I mean, I could go back to movies. I could say we get a Super Mario Brothers 2 movie trailer this year, unless you think that's too much of a layup.
Yeah.
I'm actually cool with that because I swear that like they said that Donkey Kong was going to be next before like that Rogan was signed on for something. I could be wrong, but I'm cool with Mario trailer or something. I don't think that's coming.
I don't want this to be true, actually. I would rather it be the summer of Switch 2 and we get April as the direct and we get like a June Switch 2 drop.
That would be amazing. But
I would love
I
summer
guess-
of Switch.
That'd be amazing.
But it sounds to me in
Animal
my
Crossing.
head more likely that the Switch 2 is a November launch because then you can milk a little bit more out of the Switch in the beginning of the year. And then you get, on top of regular purchases, you also get holiday purchases. But
It could be a
I
shit
don't know.
show
Like,
for it could turn into a shit show trying to get it. And then
yeah,
be
but
like,
most
like-
consoles come out in that time. Like the Switch coming out in March in 2017 is not a typical launch time. Like
which
that's
makes me think they'll stick to that kind of thing.
but they already kind of missed it because it's like the direct isn't until
But
April.
if they do June, like we're always talking about how June is like a drought for video games.
Not
We're
anymore.
always
It's
like-
not like that.
No,
There's no
it's
drought
true.
anymore.
It's
There's no
really
drought
not like that
anymore. It's
anymore.
always
It
too
really
many
isn't.
games.
and none of them release on the same day anymore. It's like fucking Tuesday, Friday.
What do I want? What do I want to do?
Sayonara Wild Hearts 2
I wish.
release trailer.
I wish. Overwatch 3.
Yep. There it is.
I will also retroactively, if no one has a problem with this, say Overwatch 2 getting ported to Switch does not count for Todd's Microsoft thing.
Yeah, I don't wait. Oh yeah, they own Overwatch. Yeah, that's I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking more of like I think you guys get what I'm saying.
I don't know. I get what you're saying, but when it comes down to it and you're like 1 point away at the end of the year and you're like, but I gotta pick the game.
What would be the game like that would like I'd be like, oh wait, maybe that game, or like if they announce like
Microsoft
I
owns a
don't
lot of
think
shit at this point. Psychonauts 2,
No, I know.
it counts. You know what I mean? Like they own so much shit. What am I thinking here? I'll go with, you know what? I'm going to abandon everything else I just said and probably lose all of my picks. I'm going to say Dragon Quest 12 finally gets a release date. Is anybody opposed to this?
Have they even said anything about that game? Because I feel like
I want to say all they've shown is the logo of that game.
okay, yeah. So I mean, I don't.
But they showed that logo like I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago.
It's hard though because if they say like release this day, but then it's like it's not really getting released that day. I I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we haven't even seen a gameplay.
I don't think
or,
we've
like,
seen
a
anything but a
picture of it.
logo.
Yeah,
I think we've only seen
I
a
think
logo.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with that guess.
I mean, I can say trailer, but I wanted to be a little more. Mike, are you opposed?
No.
Okay. Dragon Quest 12 gets trailer and release. How about I say release month?
Sure.
Why not?
Disaster.
That's actually a game like I don't know. I feel like we're all a disaster though. Even like some of our safe picks are not probably that safe. I don't think fucking Grand Theft Auto wants to delay their game any longer because fucking I think the money's probably dried up from fucking the other one at this point compared to what they were doing year over year.
Yeah.
They probably want to get fucking 6 out here as soon as possible, but they can't fuck up the launch either.
All right. So we're going to do 2 house categories, and then we're going to end it there. So, and if Dom had to step away for audio listeners, so Dom can text. I will add this to the list after.
Yeah.
All right. So you need to predict one non-Mario Kart sequel launch day Switch game. A game that is going to come out on the Switch's release date. That is not Mario Kart.
Mike, you go ahead first.
You can
And
double
not
down on
Mario,
Luigi
or
if you want, Mike.
Not so it can be it can be a Mario game.
It can be anything but Mario Kart 9 or whatever this
I
Mario
feel
Kart
like
game
like
is.
Mario's such like a safe answer, and I feel like it'd be stupid not to say it. But like, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I need you to predict a game that you think is going to come out on the Switch 2 the day the Switch 2 comes out. So it has to, if the Switch 2 comes out on June 12th, this game has to launch on that day on the Switch 2.
Okay. All right.
It can even be a port. Like it can be like, oh, okay, I think, except for like Fortnite or Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So if you think like fucking Call of Duty is going to be a launch Switch game that day, you can say that.
I don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening either.
I mean, I see it coming to Switch too. I don't see it. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the Switch comes out.
All the rumors, and again, they're rumors, but they're like, oh, it's going to be like the PS4, finally, like graphical quality, and then it's like, okay, so can it run the newer Call of Duties? Because those things look pretty fucking good and move pretty well.
Yeah, but it has
I
nothing
feel
to do with graphical fidelity. It's all what the processing power is. It doesn't matter how
Yeah,
it
but
looks.
I'm saying like the original Switch processing power is like it's crazy that it can run fucking
God, it's
Breath
7
of the
fucking
Wild, but at
years
the
old.
same time,
I think this
get
thing is
that.
going to be more powered.
But I feel like
it
they're
is
so
also
far
going to be
behind.
newer than the Steam Deck.
I hope so.
I mean, it's
I
going to
hope
be
you're-
newer, but it's also
I-
going to be cheaper, which means that it
Yes,
might not.
I don't think it's going to be this luxury machine, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be built with the intent of being able to run a lot of third-party games that the Switch currently can't run. Like, I think you're going to see things like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order being able to get ported to the Switch too. Like, I think you're going to see things like that.
Here's what I'm going to say. I don't know if this is going to be my answer, but I want to say something like a Street Fighter 6.
I like that.
I was going to say Tekken, but I feel like Street Fighter 6 might be a better choice for this. I do not know what the rumored specs are. I don't know how portable some of these games are. Like, yes, they could tune things so that it could run on the software, but I don't know like how far they can go with that.
Okay, so according to Polygon, the rumored Switch 2 specs, Switch 2 will be powered by an NVIDIA custom Tegra T239 processor according to leaked details. That would put the system's processing power on par with previous generation consoles like PS4 and Xbox One, according to analysts. But leaks suggest the Switch 2 will employ upscaling technology that can boost 720p to 4K when docked using machine learning techniques. So take whatever information you want out of a leak.
This is leaks, so
to be whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay. I
You
will.
got this. You got this.
You know what? I said Street Fighter 6. I'll just go with Street Fighter
Okay,
6.
I like that answer actually, Mike.
I actually do think it's a pretty decent answer too. 'Cause, fuck, man. I mean, I want to say Mario, but like, I'm gonna say I'm dumb for saying what I'm gonna say because fucking Animal Crossing was only 5 years ago, and we talked about this. I think it's a fucking no-brainer to launch with that if you want to fucking just get people like freaking out over the console. But I'm gonna go Animal Crossing.
Locking that in.
Yeah, I'll lock it in.
Perfect. Your new Animal Crossing specifically,
Yeah,
like a new game.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No remake or anything.
Okay. Well, now that you're locked in and you can't change it, I'm gonna say
Uncle
you're
Mario.
incredibly definitely not gonna. I would love that. Like
Oh, you gonna say Metroid Prime 4? Or like, was that an option or?
anything is an option. Do you want to change your
Oh.
answer to that?
I mean, is that what you're gonna say? If you're gonna say it, I won't, because like
You
I
can
feel like
change it
that's
to
like,
whatever you want. I just think that there's no chance we're getting Animal Crossing this year.
I don't either. It's just kind of that's another thing I want to wish into existence. But
All right. What do you want to do? You want to keep Animal Crossing or switch to?
who made the people who made Animal Crossing? What else did they do for Nintendo? You know, and
I
I
have
feel like
no
it's
idea
like
off the
something
top of
we
my head.
know.
So the team at Nintendo that made that made things like Echoes of Wisdom, NES Championship Edition, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Pikmin 4, Everybody Went to Switch, Tears of the Kingdoms.
Well, they did, yeah. So like, there's no way because Echoes of Wisdom just came out. Like, so yeah.
I mean, I don't know how big that team is. Some of these games are also co-developed with other in-house things. So like,
Yeah.
like Echoes of Wisdom also was worked on by Grezzo, who's worked
You know
on
what?
other
Fuck
Nintendo
it.
stuff.
Fuck it. Fuck it. You already locked me in. I'm sticking with Animal Crossing. I don't fucking care.
I'm gonna reiterate that I think you're crazy because I also would have said potentially Animal Crossing, but I think that they're not gonna double launch with what I would argue are way more like mainstream, casual, consumer friendly, like palatable, like
Oh, I
high
get that
market
with Mario
games.
Kart and
And
that.
Mario Kart is
Yeah.
that. So I would be shocked if they do both. I'd be super happy if they did, but I don't think they will. We'll
I
add
actually
Dom
don't
to
think.
later.
I'm gonna say I don't think fucking Metroid's coming out still for launch. I don't think. I think it's gonna be a little while.
I was leaning back and forth if that was going to be my pick here, but
Because if they were originally designing that game,
yeah, fuck it. I'm
using
going
the
Metroid
Switch,
Prime 4. I think it's called Metroid Prime
All
4
right.
Beyond or whatever. I don't know.
But if they were originally doing that game for Switch, and then fucking all of a sudden Switch 2 is coming out, I'm sure they had to fucking. Because when did they announce that they were finally redoing it? It was probably like 4 years ago, right?
It's been in development for a long time.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember they were like redoing stuff, and they were like hiring developers, and people were posting about it.
The other category that I was gonna do, I'm now like scrambling my brain to try to figure out what it was because I didn't write it down.
From what we did last year.
No, I was gonna do something different, just like a house prediction.
Is-
It wasn't from last year. Highest reviewed game according to Metacritic.
Can I just say something? Dom's screen right now, it looks like every time the girl comes on the screen, she's trying to bite a pizza bite. Like, am I crazy here? Or is it
No,
like?
No, you're right.
You're right.
Because I'm just like.
All right. So highest reviewed game according to Metacritic of this year. It has to
Fuck.
be.
I don't even know what's coming out this year.
It can be a remake, but it has to be a new game that comes out this year.
There's not really much out there besides Monster
I mean,
Hunter
there's some
and
things. There's some things, but you can also. I mean, again, you can also like if you feel really confident that a new mainline X game comes out and you want to put that as your pick, you can do that.
Yeah.
Either of you have a pick here, or
No, not off the top of my head.
Nope, hold on. Let me see what's coming out.
I already looked, Mike, and there's really not like
you got
any
things
definitive
like
things.
Pirate Yakuza. You got
Yeah.
Monster Hunter. You have things that have already come out, which are. I mean, you can go off of things that already came out if you think those are going to be the high ones of the year.
What came out though? Like I don't even know.
I don't know. I've had too many
Same.
alcohols.
Same drinks.
Freedom Wars, other stuff.
Yeah, nothing special. They're all in like low 80s to high 70s. So obviously, I wouldn't really go up any of these.
Here to give everyone a little. Let's see, games releasing 2025. We have.
I looked and I was like, you said Pirate, Yakuza, fucking.
I mean, that's just stuff I know is coming out like
Monster
next
Hunter.
month.
No,
You got Assassin's
I looked
Creed.
it up.
Assassin's
Oh,
Creed.
yeah.
You got Civ 7. You have new Fatal Fury game. You have Avowed. You have Rift of the Necrodancer. Hyperlight Breaker. Let's see. Let's see if I can skim through this quickly and just name a few things to get the brain juices flowing.
I got two that maybe might be good.
You have things like, yeah, I mean, back half of the year we don't know a lot of things that are confirmed for any time, but I mean that's normal for I think any type of thing. A lot of
what about Legends of fucking Trails Through Daybreak? Is that fucking the RPG series?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the easiest fight. I feel like that's a layup. Right? Just saying that we all just say that.
Looking at this list of games, I don't feel like any of them are going to be the highest reviewed. I think.
I mean, I think there's a real easy one that no one's mentioning, but I mean, you can also pick the same one here if you feel comfortable.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is definitely going to take that top spot.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a good game, but I just don't think. I don't think any Assassin's Creed game has like ever been the highest rated game of a year. Like they're always kind of like mediocre. They were like 85, 86 kind of games.
Yeah. I mean,
I
think there's one.
Is the Elden Ring game coming out this year? Is that fucking whatever it's called?
Yeah. I don't know if they put a date on it, but I mean, you can gamble and put it as your pick.
I don't know because like I feel like. What were we gonna say though before that?
I mean, there's one that we've mentioned multiple times on this episode.
It's gonna be that Mario Kart. It's gonna be that Mario Kart.
It's gonna be that Mario Kart, baby.
Oh,
you want to pick that, Mike? You locking it in, Mario Kart?
That fucking kind of ruins everything.
You locking in Mario Kart, Mike?
Let me think, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is good, but I don't know if they can up that. I mean, this might.
That's what I'm saying. That's their biggest challenge right now. Is like, how do you make a new Smash Brothers game better than what? Fucking.
Well, Smash, I don't know. Mario Kart, I have an idea. And I think I know what they're going to do with Mario Kart.
And like they just released all those new maps too, so it's like, how do you make it better than what you already have, which is like so fucking good. But then again, the last mainline Mario game, Mario Deluxe, is only a 92, and there's usually definitely games higher than 92. I'll say that.
He's trying to take you off Mario Kart so he can pick it, Mike.
No,
I'll go with Mario Kart. I don't know.
So Mike's going with Mario Kart. What do you got, Todd?
Fuck. What do you got?
Fuck. All right, fuck it. I'm dropping it hot. I'm going Metroid.
Okay.
Metroid Prime
So
4.
I'm right now between Monster Hunter and just going with the new Trails game. I don't know. I want to pick Monster Hunter just because. It's fucking Monster Hunter. But Monster Hunter is another game that's in the same category as fucking Assassin's Creed, where it's kind of reviewed in that mid-range scale. Although Monster Hunter World was a 90. You know what? Lock me into Monster Hunter. If Monster Hunter World was a 90, they fucking keep on figuring out their shit better and better. So I think I'm going Monster Hunter.
I don't want to lead you in any direction, but like if I didn't pick Metroid, I was gonna pick Monster Hunter 2 because
They're just got better and better.
This game is gonna just be very iterative on Rise and Worlds, and
it's gonna have the best of both worlds. And I was just looking up reviews, and like every year their reviews get better and better.
Yeah, and I think
they're honing in on like what they know what to do.
Not for every scenario, but I do think a lot of like major sites and stuff. I think they at this point have like Monster Hunter people, like they have like Monster Hunter, like people that like are ingrained in the series and they're the ones
I
reviewing
still
the
can't
game
believe
usually. And I feel like
you bought like a headset for fucking.
I know.
The Wii U. We were like one of like 7 people who played Monster Hunter on the Wii U.
I
Like
know.
it's like.
But I do feel like
Okay.
there are a lot of people that are like at this point series veterans that reviewed the games, and I feel like exactly to your point, the series has only started to trend up in like how its critical acclaim has gone, and I think Wilds is going to be like the next big step for that series, and I think it's going to reflect that way in the review scores too. So that's my what I think is going to happen with that game. So I think that's going to be a high contender. I think it's going to be over 90. I think it's going to be 90 plus easy.
Yeah, fucking go.
So we'll add DOMs into that after, and I mean we just did basically a whole episode of things that are going to be points. So, and it's already late and we were running long. I feel like we don't need to play a game tonight. I think we're game.
Wait, can you do me a favor? Just do one round. Just one round.
He just wants to get an easy point.
I just want to get someone over the tie. That's it.
It is a
All
3-way
rest-
tie right now. It's a 1-1-1 tie.
Like, just one game. I mean, one thing. That's it. One.
This is what we're gonna do.
And text Dom if he can answer it.
We're gonna make up for this next episode. We will do 6. So there'll be 6 rounds.
No, unacceptable.
And next
We
week
have to
is
go.
next week movie.
That next week's
No,
a
there's
triple
2
feature.
weeks.
So, oh fuck, I forgot about that.
So next week's regular episode will be a double game. So it'll be 6 rounds.
No.
So you'll get your points back. You'll get your
you
point
gotta-
options.
You gotta put an asterisk on that week then, I guess.
There's no asterisks. No one's getting points right now. It's just we're running long. We're all over the place. Dom had to step away, so let's just. It's been a good episode. You know what I mean? We got our predictions in. So like I said, I'll reiterate one more time. Whoever wins the predictions picks a game we all play. Whoever wins the leaderboard for the year gets a double feature.
What would you make someone play?
I don't know. I mean,
I feel like we all play a lot of the same stuff, so like it's.
I think if it were me to win, which judging just off on how all that went, I don't think I'm going to win that.
I don't think I will.
I think it would be something probably relatively on the shorter end, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll see where things go. I also wouldn't be opposed to like maybe pushing for something that the 4 of us had to play together. But I think we can dial in that conversation further when it gets to the point where someone is clearly going to win, and then we can talk about that. Because
part of me doesn't want to. I don't want to make you guys play Cyberpunk because I talked to you about this and I was like, I feel like that's a game you just need to immerse yourself into, and I feel like if you're feeling I would probably make you play BioShock. Realistically.
Well,
which is like a 10-hour game.
What I think we'll do is what I think makes the most sense is like we'll do the game thing and see how it goes, and like maybe it goes great and we all like doing it, and then we just play the whole game. But depending on what the game is, especially if it's like a longer game, it's like I feel like if we play enough of the game where we can just have a conversation about it, if people want to keep playing it, great. Like I'll probably whoever wins just play the whole game just because I want to do that. But like, you know, if it's a fucking 40-hour game and someone decides it's like I don't want to play this, that's fine. But I think if we can all play like a portion of it, or even what Mike said on last year's episode where we talked about this, Mike was like, well, what if I don't want to play the game? Can one of you just stream it and I'll watch? And like, that's fine too. Mike, just come over my house. We'll fucking drink and play the
I expect
game.
this from Mike. I don't expect this from you or Dom, all right? So
I mean, I'm going to play. I'm going to play whatever gets picked. So
right, cool.
My pick is Babylon's Fall, so get ready.
Yes.
I don't even think we could play it together. I think the servers are down. So
sure.
Anyways, it's been a great episode. That was episode 454. We appreciate you. Be good to one another. Follow us on everything. Leave us a 5-star review. All that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time.